Hey, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun Talina, and today's siman is Kufman Beis 142 Arachayim. We're talking about reading the Sefer Torah from the Sefer Torah correctly. The person who's laning has to know not only the truck, also the vowelization. If you say a word in a way that changes the meaning of the word, you have to go repeat it. What about a place, a village, where no one knows how to read the Torah, no one has the time to put in to prepare the Torah, and there's no one who's able to mouth it to him and the correct trup and the correct vowelization? Are you allowed to make brachas in that place? The Shulchan Aruch in Siman Beis, Sif Beis, says you should read the Torah in those places and make the brachas, right? Umash, the Mishnah Berurah brings Umash become achron da filu mein sham min shadei klal vada yitu gam bekama tu yeshayim min shtayil da yizeh filu achi tiru lam nekros bracha kidei shal isbat la kriya legam. You're going to make mistakes. The person knows how to read Hebrew, but he's not sure of the vowelization, right? There's no vowels in the Sefer Torah. He's going to make mistakes. But some of the psukim ostensibly will be good, and some of them are not going to be good. Do we assume in that case that it's okay to read it with a bracha? So the first day, and this is the day of the Shulchan Aruch, says yes, you can make a bracha. The Pri Chadash and the Pri Megadim argue and say that you should do it without a bracha. Mishnah Berurah, whenever you read the Mishnah Berurah, he doesn't usually, he's not machriya really. A lot of times he just brings different dayas. He says here, Pri Chodesh Cholik Bezeh, Ayin Pri Megadim Shekamus Tzaddik Himdayin Himdayin Yishayish Zikrot Kol Bracha. Now, from reading the Mishnah Berurah, it would seem like, he's siding with the second, but I would have loved the Mishnah Berurah to actually say that explicitly, a halacha. Sometimes he does say that. Sometimes the Mishnah Berurah actually says that Iker, right, the real opinion, right, is the second opinion. But here he states the Shulchan Aruch, gives an explanation, and he says the Pri Chadash and the Pri Megadim say you should do the Kriyas Torah without a bracha. I have a problem with this because take a side, make a decision, all right? Tell us clearly, some people say they make diaks. The Mishnah Berurah said it like this, the Mishnah Berurah said it like that. Why isn't the Mishnah Berurah clear? Mishnah Berurah is one of the most famous svarim that have been written in the last hundreds of years. It's considered the posik achron for most poskim. They rely on the Mishnah Berurah for psak halacha. So I would like the Mishnah Berurah to be more clear. Nonetheless, I wanted to discuss what I think the halacha should be. And as I mentioned before, that Kriyas HaTorah is a chov on the tzibur, not a chov on the yachid. When you make a bracha, that's a chiv on the yachid. That's the Dvarim Shebekdusha they said yesterday. So when you say the bracha HaTorah, as long as I say one pasuk in the Torah, one word in the Torah, I made a bracha on Torah Shabbat, and I've read it Torah Shabbat. As long as I read one word correctly, that's okay. So there's definitely going to be some mistakes. Who cares, right? The concept that you have to lane the partios, lane them completely and not making mistakes, that is a chov on the tzibur. And the chiv on the bracha is a chov on the yachid to make the bracha. And that's why he has to read along, or at least Shomei Ka'oneh, according to the Maril, best if he could actually read along. He doesn't have to read, no one has to hear him, because that's the bracha. The bracha has to be done in front of 10 people. That's his personal chiv. He has to read from the Torah afterwards. However, he doesn't have to read the entire parsha. That's a chov on the tzibur. And therefore, I don't think it's connected to the bracha at all. And therefore, I think anyone should be able to make a bracha as long as you can guarantee that you can read one word from the Sefer Torah correctly, which I think usually will happen, unless you're really an ignoramus. That's what I like to say about this matter. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow with Siman Kufman Gimel.